Hello, friends. I am so happy to be here with you on this beautiful summer Monday night. And what are we going to do tonight? Well, tonight I'm going to introduce to you our move of the week, which have been affectionately called in and outs. And I love in and outs, and I thought this would be a great move to do for the week because there's lots of really interesting sort of teaching tips that when you learn them and practice, you can use them in so many of your floor moves. Actually, you can use it standing too, but you might be able to connect better to it with the floor moves. And this was a move that T-Tapp created. She would call them leg extensions or in-outs. And she thought that they were so effective and helpful that she had in-outs in just about every floor workout. So I thought this would be a great one. All right, so I've got lots to share with you tonight. I want to get right into the move so you can do it throughout the week. All right, what are we going to do first? First, we're going to explore the alignment parts of this. All right, so let's get started right away. I'm going to come straight at you this way, and I want you just to bring your legs down. So let's start with leg alignment, and then we'll take it all the way up the body. So here's the first part of the leg alignment when we do it. When you're sitting, you first want to come to where you have here's your pelvis and where your hip bones come down, your pelvic floor, and here's where I'm going to call them your thigh bones, your femurs come right out from here. So you want the legs to be, we're going to call them hip bone, hip width apart, right to here. Then if you draw your line down, you're going to have the middle of your knees to the middle of the ankles to about the second toe. Now for some of us have wider hips, right? And if you're going to go that, you might find yourself doing this where the knees are in a little bit, but the ankles, just depending on how your body is. So if you have wider hips and you can't really get the hips, the knees, and the ankles all in that straight line, no worries. Where you're going to go then is the middle of the hip to the middle of the ankle in the foot. So for some of us, our knees may come in, but you want to make sure that you're not rolling the knees in, that's just where they are when you're down. All right, so we're going to be seated back. I'm going to show you the upper body in a second, but I'm going to get here. You're going to be leaned back, and then you're going to start to bring your legs up so that they are in this alignment. Okay, now for some of us, you might not have the abdominal strength to do it where you lift and bring it in. Okay, that comes with strength and with time. In that case, just slide your feet up to wherever you can, and then you're going to slide it back down. You can slide them up and slide them down. So there's always a way that we can modify based on where our fitness level is. All right, now let's talk about the upper body. Now I'm going to go to the side so you can see this. So this move is your back like this. And let's talk about what you're going to do with the hands. So I see a lot of people when they start, they put their fingers either this way or back. So I want you to watch what happens with the shoulder joint, okay? The whole idea with this is you want to be able to get that shoulder joint rolled back. Did you see what I did? Here's where it's forward, rolling it back. And a good way to do that is you're going to have your fingers to the sides, and you want to think about bending the elbows, and you're going to be holding yourself on the pinky side of your hand. So let me show you that again. I'm going to lean back, and I'm going to bend my arms to the back, and I'm going to think, roll my shoulders back, and gently squeeze my elbows towards the center of my body. And I'm going to go like this, if that helps. So it's like a roll back to here. And now I'm back. So now notice my shoulders are back, my elbows are bent, my elbows are now in towards my body, and I've got my my pointer finger and my thumbs up. If you don't have the strength to do that, you just do the best you can. Okay, so the move consists of coming up and down. Now, I do want to show you something. For years and years and years, Teresa would say, this is a belly exercise. And ladies, I never felt it in my belly. I would be here. I want you to watch my pelvis. So I'd be leaning back, got that down, got the shoulders down, got the alignment down, and I'd be up and down like this. Now, I'm not saying I didn't get anything out of the move, but I never felt it in my belly. I'm like this. Why? Because when you're still up on the pelvis doing this, what you're working are these hip flexors. So I could feel it in the top of the legs, but I never got the belly engagement. I understand why now, and I want to share it with you. Are you ready? Here's the secret. So you're leaning back. She would lean back, but I would still be almost like arching my back. That's how I would be to bring it up and down. If you think about when you're here, wiggle the hips back and think about tilting your sacrum under. Sometimes it helps to think about pulling your belly button back to your spine, and then if you can scoop it up a little bit as you lean back, now you're going to really feel that in the belly. So now I'm going to bring it in and out, in and out. I'm going to come this way so you can see it from here, in and out. Right now, here's what so many of us do, because I know it's challenging. We'll do this, especially short torsos, because you have really long legs and a short torso, right? So it's challenging to bring those legs right in, but that's where you want to be. Can you see that they're actually right in the center of my shoulder, almost to the end, right in alignment with the hips? My heels are in alignment to my hip ball joints. Now you're in really good alignment. And if you've leaned slightly back and tilted that pelvis under, ooh, girls, you are going to feel it in the legs and in the lower belly. Now, a great thing to do is to have a whole full length mirror here, so you can even see what you're doing in your legs. So you can get a sense of, oh, that's what that feels like. Then do it the way you normally do it, whether it's this way or this way, and you're going to understand that now you're not getting that equal activation here in the hips, and that's why you might not be getting the results that you want with this particular move. Now, those are the front in and outs. Then after that, we took it to the side. So watch that. I'm going to come on back. Elbows are back. Pinkies are lifted. I'm going to tilt under. So I'm going to start from here. I'm going to wiggle my tush back, really tuck, belly button in and up. And then I'm going to come up like I just did. And then I'm going to open. Now, where am I opening to? I've got my pinky toes here, and my heels are still right about what we would call the butt bones. So I'm here. Now, let me just show you something with the feet. If you're just starting, just touch the pinky toes, and then we're going to open to here. Okay, so a lot of people, because this is challenging, come up and then they just drop, and then they come up and they drop. Well, every time you drop, you lose all that activation. So you want to see if you can do it in a way where you can keep the muscle activation. All right, what's that going to look like? Well, first of all, if you have the flexibility, when I come down, I like to turn my foot. So I'm actually trying to touch the last three toes on the ground with my heels lifted. When you do that, you really externally rotate these thigh bones. Now you're going to be working deep in the inner thighs as well. So I'm here again. I'm going to tilt under. Probably saw that. I might bring my feet up. And then I'm going to touch right here. Now notice, I'm not going to straighten my legs. I'm still tilted my feet, and I'm right here with my shoulders back. And then I'm going to tilt under, use my belly, and bring it to here again and out. And here again. And out. One more time. Tilt in and out. Now I'm going to bring it back up to the front. So I'm going to go here. Bring those knees up. Now notice, if you're in a good alignment, I'm right back to where I needed to be to come front, up, two up. I'll just do the to there. And then I'm going to open again and do two to here. And then back up again and come out. Flex the feet with a bend, bring yourself up, and shake yourself out with the hands and the wrist. Those are really good teaching tips for alignment to be able to actually activate down here in the lower belly as well as the legs. All right, so what do we do, Renee? Like how many repetitions? I know you always want to know the recipe. Well, you can do it a couple of ways. You might want to, especially if you're just starting to really get the form, if you're not real strong down here in the belly, it takes some time to really get that strength. You might want to do it like 3 or 4 times to the front, 3 or 4 times to the side, maybe then finish with a few 3 or 4 more times to the front. Just see how you're doing. I'm now going to challenge you for those who are a little stronger, and I'm going to do it straight through with you here so you'll have a place to go with it. How about doing hoedowns, the count of hoedowns to the in-outs? Let's play with it. You ready? So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to have my hands to the side, rotate my shoulders back. I'm going to bend the elbows to the back, squeeze. My thumb and my pointer fingers are up. I'm going to wiggle myself back, and let's go front for 4. You ready? So tilting under, leaning back. I'm going to go touch and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Now, once I do 4, I'm going to open and tilt. You ready? Tilt and under. So I'm really rolling under, if you can see that. Let's go for 4. Touch and 1, touch and 2, touch and 3, touch and 4, and bring it back up. Let's go for 4 again. Front and up, 2 and up, 3 and up, 4 and up. Pause. Untuck. Here we go. Tilt in, heels lifted. Let's go for 4. Touch and up, 2 and up, 3 and tilt. Each time you lift, bring it up. We're going for 2s. Touch and up, 2 and up. Pause and open. Tilt and touch and up, 2 and up. Pause and up. 2s again. Touch and front, 2 and front. Open, tilt, and 1 and 2. You guys ready? We're going to do singles. Oh my goodness, you can do it. Let's go. Front and side and touch and side and 3 and side and 4 and side. Bring it together and up. What do we do now? We're going to lift this hand over to here. Now, you might just be able to come over and then just come up and over. If you have a little bit more strength, I can challenge you to lift this hand, lift and over. Come up. I'm just rolling on my tailbone and lift and over. What are we doing? We're going knee down, foot up. But that's challenging. And if you're not there yet, it's fine. And then we come to the center and cross those legs. Oh, yes. And I'm going to come in, cross my legs, put my hands here and roll on up. And as Teresa used to say, wiggle on those butt bones to move some lymphatic and get some pumping going. And then she would pull up and hinge on over. And she would put her forearms, elbows against the shins, thumbs away, push, and get a nice stretch here. Now, I want to show you something with this particular stretch. It's a great one, but you will not feel it under here if you are rounding your back. And we don't all have the flexibility or the brain to body connection yet to even know what that means. I'm going to go to the side just to give you a little bit of a visual on that. So watch, if I round my back, notice I'm rounding here, and I try to do it. Again, it's fine, but you're not going to feel any stretch here because you're not stretching it out. You're just rounding over. So I'll challenge you to pull in. Watch, do you see what I'm doing with my back? I'm like arching it. I don't have a better word for that. I like to think I'm coming up tall, and then I hinge forward. I don't round. I hinge. I keep my back as straight as I can as I come over. And then wherever you are, okay, if you're short torso, you might just be able to come here and then just hinge over just till you feel that nice stretch. And the more you can get, again, alignment, all your angles aligned, you're going to feel it in the best way. Meaning, let me go forward. If I'm real short torso, this is where I can go. Okay, so I want to have my shoulder, my elbow, my wrist, my thumbs rolled out. So I'm pulling my arms against the leg wherever you can, thumbs back to pull the shoulders back, tuck the chin and drop. So now I have a nice line from the back crown of my head through the sacrum as I'm pulling. If you have a little bit longer torso, you can go all the way down and you're pushing the elbow against the leg, shoulders back, and then you just drop to wherever you can. And once you have a nice stretch there, you can come back up. It's always really nice to uncross and cross the other way and do it again, because one side's going to feel very different than the other. And that way, again, you get ta-da, equal activation one side to the other. So that's a beautiful move. So I thought after we did a good set of in-outs and hoedowns to in-outs, I wanted to share with you my next favorite move that I would do right after that, which Teresa called pretty legs. And I just love this move. So let me detail this one out for you. I wanted to do it now because we've already talked about how you lean back, how you curl that tail under, belly button and up. So you're not up on the bones, you've rolled back, and now when you use those legs, you're using belly and not just hip flexors. So let me show you what this move looks like. You probably know it, you might not know it by the name. So I'm gonna roll those shoulders back, I'm bending my elbow to the back wall, then I'm squeezing towards my center of my spine or my shoulder blades. I'm keeping my pointer finger and thumb up, and I'm gonna wiggle back again. So here's pretty legs. Notice I'm in that alignment again with hip, knee, and ankle. I'm gonna bring this leg up. Now, again, our typical, because it requires a little bit more muscle activation to be here in alignment, typically we do this. And try it. You're gonna notice the difference of where you're feeling it. And she used to say, take your foot out of your crotch. So I'm gonna take my foot out of my crotch and put it right here in alignment. Now the same side arm, I'm gonna push down. I'm gonna pull it in close to this hip. I'm gonna push down to lift. And I'm gonna come on over. And the idea is to get your knee down and your foot up. Now, you can do that, but watch what I'm also going to do. I want to do this for you. My shoulders are straight. As I'm pushing up, I'm turning my shoulders. The arm that's closest over this way is lifting a little bit because that one's dropping, and I'm over. So now you're really going to feel that all the way through the torso, into the leg and the back side, and then you come back, touch the toe, where? Not here. Back in that alignment, and then you're going to straighten it out and lean back a little, belly button in and up. That will protect the spine and work in that core. One more time, push to here, push up and over, knee down, foot up and back and reach away. Now I'm going to add the breath. Watch this. So you're going to inhale. You ready? Draw the rib cage together as you're there, and then come back and inhale. And out. Inhale. Exhale. Up and out. Give me two more. Touch. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Touch. Up and over with the exhale. Touch and up. Now, flex the feet, bend the knees, push yourself up. And come up. I know that's a lot on your wrist. How many times should you do it on each side? You know, start with 4 or 5. If that feels easy to you, then go to 8. If that still feels easy, go to 10. You shouldn't need to do any more than that. Let's try the other side. Noticing again, it might feel a little different to you. So again, pushing back, shoulders are rolled back, elbows are in pinkies. Bring this leg up. And then you're going to find that one leg might want to be in a different place than the other one. This is always my leg that's a little more challenging. I have to really watch it. All right, this arm is here. It's going to push. Did you see that? As I come over, this shoulder lifts, that one's down, and I'm going to lift the foot up. I'm going to think knee down, foot up as I stretch everything, exhaling, and come back, touch the toe, and reach it away. Let's go a little faster. So it's inhale to start. Touch and out. Bring it in. Exhale. Touch and inhale. And reach away. About 2 more. Touch. Push up and over. Are you feeling that in the torso? Touch. Push up and over. Touch and out. Then flex. Come up off of your wrist. So I know that can be challenging on a wrist as well, but one of the things that's really powerful is, you know, these wrists are small bones, just like your ankles. They kind of mirror each other, don't they? And how do we build strong bone? Weight bearing. We have to stress the bone When the bone gets stressed, then it builds more bone. So by holding yourself here, even if it's a little challenging, challenge yourself a little bit, give it a little bit of weight bearing, and let's see if we can also use it to help build strong, good bones. So I hope that this is helpful. So go ahead, we're going to do in outs. If you can do hoe downs with it, great. If you can just do a few forward and back and just really play with that through the week, start getting that brain-body connection and feeling it in the lower belly, that's perfect if that's where you're at. And then try a few of the pretty legs. How often, how many do you do? You know, start again with 3 or 4 if that's good. And then when you get strong, keep adding on to a total of maybe 10 on each side. You certainly don't need to do any more than that. And keep the repetition helps get that brain to body. And if you do it with a mirror, you can start to really get a sense of what does it feel like when your legs are in alignment versus when they're like this, when they're bringing it up like this. You'll feel the difference. It's not the same. And that is how you're going to get even better results. So who is joining me here? Hey, Monica, you like that, didn't you? Get your foot out of your crotch. Yeah, she had some really interesting little sayings, which is a good one. Hey, Stacy and Margie, good to see you guys. Thanks for joining me tonight. So to end tonight, I just wanted to share that this week is my birthday week. My birthday's on Wednesday, July 14th. I was actually born in France, and July 14th in France is Bastille Day. So I always love to celebrate my birthday with a gift for you all. Why not share the love, right? So for this week, starting tonight for now through next Monday, all my class packages, everyone, all my T-Tapp ones, my bar, my general somatics are all on sale. You can get them all for 25% off. Just use coupon code BDAY25. Let me see if I can put that up down here. And thank you for my birthday love. You guys are great. And let me just see. I know I have it here. I want to see if I can put that up. Show. If I get that on here, I do. Yay, B-Day love. And you can see those under the comments. And I'll have it under here too. So the rest of this week, if you have any questions, anything more that you're not sure about, whether I went on or you started to do it and you have questions, please list it. I've had a few new people come on, and it's interesting because I get a lot of the same questions. How do I use T-Tapp, to just short amounts? I don't have a lot of time. And how do I stay motivated? And that's a toughie, isn't it? And some other questions. So I think maybe towards the end of this week, I'll come on, I'll answer some more questions about this and answer other questions that you may have. So make sure that you keep letting me know that. Can't wait to hear what ahas you've had with these. Is there anybody else that says anything? Thanks, Catherine, for my happy birthdays. And Leslie, hi, and Betty and Deborah. I appreciate you guys coming on so much. Thanks. And let's continue this thread. And I might see you later this week. But if not, make sure that you ask the questions so that I know what it is you need and I can answer it. So happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to you. Enjoy the discounts. Enjoy these moves. And I will see you again soon. Take good care. Bye, guys.